Today we're going to be taking a look at some more Yu-Gi-Oh card art. I found this thread over on X. What is an artwork you think a lot of people misinterpret and misunderstand? My answer, Sting Lancer. I think a lot of people just think he's a big bee until you look a little closer and see he's just riding a bee like all other bee troopers. Okay, I'm not seeing it just yet. He's riding a bee. Where? Where is he riding the bee? Oh, is this it? Is this like his body, but we don't see where his legs are? I have no idea about this one, and this is probably going to be what the whole video is about. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's see what other people had to say about it over here, okay? Took me a while to see the horse. Always thought it was a centaurus. Okay, where's the horse? I know I can see that one, but I can totally see the confusion for this one as well. You can see, like, the horse head over here. He's clearly riding it. You can see the feet, too. Like, yeah, okay, I do see that one, but this is interesting. I love looking at card artwork on the channel over here. This is probably the most common one, but Cyber Dragon, is it Drace? Head is not actually a fighter jet looking thing and is circled here. Oh my god. I actually thought that's what it was. What? Now that's impossible to unsee. Oh my god, that's funny. Wow, you learn the whole... There's a bunch of cards here I definitely won't look the same again. Does a mermaid on top of a mermaid shark count? No, I see it. I see it. I wouldn't have confused that one, but some of these cards are past my time playing this game, man. I played up until hat format. The proportions always looked weird on alternate Black Dragon. I struggle looking at him. I disagree with this, but I understand. I guess I understand the confusion. Like, the head's here, you have the arm. No, you know what? Now I see it. Now that I'm looking too hard at it, now I see it. Like, this arm looks really wonky. You have, what is, oh, yeah, that's true. The wing looks weird too, like the part of it's coming through. Oh my god. That just changed my outlook on the card completely. Aside from Blackwings being guys in costumes and most of them having faces peeking out, this one I always thought was a red ball, but it's literally a I've seen that the entire time, but I didn't think that was a red ball. It's funny how people think about the artwork like differently, eh? You would genuinely be baffled how many people don't know this is Kit. I don't know who Kit is. I'm guessing it's from the anime show, like this character. I'm guessing that's what it is, but could be wrong about that one. Let's continue on. The entire B Trooper archetype should be on here. To this day, people think they are B plus Trooper when it's actually Beetle plus Trooper. Stingmount is the only B of the archetype. The rest of them are all beetles, and rides are other flying insects. Okay, let's see. Okay, so hang on. I'm confused here. It's actually Beetle plus Trooper, so I'm guessing it's just a different monster. Oh, I see. We had to take a look at different cards. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the archetype myself. Construct being the size of a tower, you can see Winda as the shadow on the top right. I've seen people thought that she was just a normal size robot. No, I see that. And plus you can see like that these are not necessarily mountains, but kind of craters. Yeah, no, I look at that card and I think that's a giant, but I understand the confusion. Took me till someone getting this summoned in Master Duel that I realized there was a smaller robot at the pelvis area, which is actually the one in control, not the red box with the yellow tanks on top, which I thought was the machine's actual face. I see that. Yeah, this does look like a face. And it looks like he's sitting down. There's a little control piece right here, and this is his legs. That's hilarious. I love that one. I always thought Castel was a... Huh? Hang on. I see a bird. I mean, it was, but I always saw the musketeer hat as its giant beak and the roll. Oh, I see what they mean. I see it. Okay, I was a little bit confused for a second. I love that, man. It's so cool. Doggy Diver has human hands. Oh, why? Give that thing some webbed feet like a dog. Like, I know some dog. Tyranno Infinity has horns, and I found out like 3 years after it just started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, wait, those are horns. Found the card art. Yeah, there's horns. It's either because I'm blind or because about or crap going on the image. Where's... Oh. Dude, I used to play with this card so often, and I've never noticed those horns. This looks like a completely different monster to me. This looks like a completely different monster. It doesn't look right. Oh, I'm getting some of these artwork pieces ruined for me. Whitemare has a mustache? I'm a big Skull Trooper player, and I've never noticed this. Or Skull Servant, excuse me. I've never noticed that. That's good too, man. Giant Grinder has a tiny dude on top of it. I did know this because we actually just recently made a card art commentary video diving into the artwork, and you can see the person actually controlling the puppet, so that's a good one. I have noticed that one. It's very easy when just glancing at Nerval's art to assume he's floating torso and that his right thigh is actually a stump where his body ends. In reality, he's just in a dynamic flying pose and his legs are behind him. I see what you mean, but because I'm not familiar with the card, this is the first image that I saw was the legs actually behind him, but I do totally understand what you're saying over there. Let's continue on. Took me forever to realize that both Electromite's legs were on the left and that thing on the right was part of the right thingy behind her and not like her doing a big cowabunga jump down towards the camera. That's what I saw first image. But that's funny. It did look like that, didn't it? Yeah, that was my first impression as well. Dude, this is a really great dead we're looking at so far. For the longest time, I thought Dark Golem was doing a knee kick in the air. It wasn't until I actually started picking up the cards for a statue, I realized that he was punching the ground. Oh, I see it. Yeah, no, I thought that he was doing a big jump kick too. It's so funny sometimes how, like, you can go through your entire life playing this game, depending on how long you've been playing this game for, thinking one way about a card that you use all the time or a card that you come across all the time, just to realize it's not what that is. Shockmaster. Where? Oh. I thought it was just like a big device. No, that thing's alive. What? That's crazy. I've had a lot of people tell me Tremora is just chilling, but she's actually observing in-world events. The bubbles in her artwork contain very few key moments and characters from the Albaz storyline. As well, the flowers cascading down the walls are fittingly jade vines. Oh, that's really cool. I think that if I were to take... This is a beautiful piece of art. I've never seen this card before. But yeah, I would have picked up on that if I was like taking a look at this in the card art commentary. I think it's very cool. What archetype is that? We got to make a card art breakdown video about that, man. That's a really beautiful looking card. Not sure why it took me like 8 years to realize every Gearga and Gearga related card is actually just Geargino monster in some big mecha suit. Let's see. Right here? Is this what we're talking about? Let's see. Okay, so it's the same kind of thing over here. Yeah, I guess I see what you're talking about, right? It is the same monster. That's funny. Yeah, I've never noticed that either. Where is he? Where the hell is he in this one? Are these his eyes? I could be wrong about that, but that's funny. I like that a lot. I'm going to break with the prompt and tell the one I failed to notice at first. I thought NASH Knight was a regular shark bent to the side, but later I noticed it actually has 2 shark heads attached to its body. My eyesight is bad. 2 shark heads attached to the body. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I am totally with them on that one. Let's continue on. I don't know if anyone said it, but piggyback off the Beat Trooper thing, I find it funny that the Assault Roller is both a dung beetle not rolling a spiky ball, but roly-poly? What? So he's not rolling this. What is that? I'm so confused about what's going on in this piece of art. I don't see it. I'm confused. Okay, I don't know. That's breaking my brain a little bit. I always thought it was a twin-tail robot-like thingy, but it's actually the wings. No, I didn't think that. I look at that and I think wings. But maybe it's because you said that I'm mentioning that. Feast was a nightmare to understand for me. I really thought there was 3 entities, 1 bottom right, 1 high center, and 1 bottom left. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Until I recognized Dedicon, in fact, the head of Tira, devouring something, until I finally understood it was Quill getting eaten and destroyed. Where the hell is the head? Where is it? Hang on. Getting eaten and destroyed by what? I don't see it. Hang on. Nightmare to understand for me. I'm with you on that one. So I thought there was 3 entities, bottom right, high center, and bottom left. Okay. Yeah, no, I see that. But where is it getting devoured? Getting eaten and destroyed. I don't see the teeth. I don't see... What? Well, this one we're giving up on. Void Feast is a very weird one. I always saw this as kind of weird purple wave, similar to that old field spell Yami, not to be confused with the guy. What guy? Yeah, that's what I see too with this. I thought it was just like a Shadow Realm type thing. I always saw this as a kind of weird purple wave, similar to that old field spell Yami, not to be confused with the guy. What guy? What guy is here? If anybody could explain that one to me, I would appreciate it. I do not understand what he's getting at all for that one. I thought it for years it was just a plane. It looks like a plane to me. Oh, I see. It's a robotic plane. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh, they're alive. What? Oh my god. That's crazy. This might just be a me thing, but I always saw the blade on Dad's back as his head and just thought it was the right arm with some weird nub. You thought the blade on his back was his head? I can see what you mean. I can totally see what you mean there, but that's never the way that I looked at it personally. Does Borderline having 3 heads count? No, that's easy to see, but it does count if you misunderstood the way that the card looked. I've never seen Deep Sea Diva IRL for a long time and only ever saw it being used against me in DN and YG Pro and on my super tiny HP mini computer screen. I thought the space between her antenna was her head for a long time. Hang on. I can't even see that. I mean, I guess that's the weirdest one we've taken a look at today because she clearly has a face. A classic one would be Relinquished Anima being upside. What? I don't understand that one, but let's continue on. Oh, another Relinquished one. A lot of people don't know that Relinquish's head isn't the eyeball thing. It's a tiny face above where the eye comes out of where it's supposed to be is the real head. Really? People thought otherwise? I've always seen it. I guess I've always seen it properly. That's funny, actually. But it's so funny how people interpret these types of things. Psychic and Punisher. This image and MD make it easier to tell what's going on in the actual card and how the monster looks when compared to the actual card. Hang on. What? What's going on in the card? Okay, I can see what's kind of going on in the card, but there's a lot going on. It looks like the same. It looks like one big monster, too. That one is also breaking my brain. It's White Relic, not Maximus and Brandon Exile. I have no idea what you're talking about with this one either, but that is also a really cool piece of artwork. Look at that, man. That's super cool. That girl is about to get devoured. A lot of old cards have such weird proportions, like I never realized for a while that Dark Geroid had a second mouth on top of his top of his dickhead. That's actually such a good point. Dude, that is a weird looking card now that I think about this. I've never actually sat down and was like, okay, let's take a look at Dark Geroid. Oh my god. That is a creepy looking card. The first time I saw Shadow Monarch, I thought his head was an owl head. Really? I don't even see the owl head. I don't even see how that could be made to be an owl head. Huh. It's funny, again, I love the way the Monarchs look, guys. Caius, the Shadow Monarch, very cool card. I don't know if it's just me, but the shoulder thing always looked like his head. Huh? His head's right here. The blade's here. His arm's here. It's more likely to think that this is an eyeball. Could be. I guess so. I've not seen that one personally. It's for sure an implied illusion, but I was so used to fast food burgers over restaurant ones with toothpicks. Toothpicks as a kid wasn't just until a few years ago that I realized that this is a Japanese flag toothpick, not just an eye. An eye. I've never that Japanese flag has never even occurred to me when looking at Hungry Burger. I just looked at the burger with teeth. But now I'm not going to unnotice that one. Here's a shocker. Miscellaneousaurus. The monster isn't a skeleton. It's the souls of the dinosaurs that are surrounded it. 5 souls, Trike, Rex, Stego, Enki, Petra. Hence it being fire type when other fossil cards tend to be earth. Oh, that's really cool, actually. That's really cool. I totally see what you mean. I've never noticed that before. Makes you appreciate the artwork even more. There was a lot of attention to detail in that one. No matter how much time passes or how obviously it is that it's a black hole, I'll always say this as an eye first, and then need to remind myself to change how I'm viewing it, and that's just a black hole and not some evil Dead Space eyeball or something. I get that. I thought the same when I was a kid until I learned what black holes were. I totally see what you're saying. It also kind of looks like a lantern. But even if you want to go more in depth, you can actually look at it like a little being. Eye, mouth. You guys see what I'm talking about there? You guys see what I'm talking about? But I do look at it as a black hole as well. That was very fun, guys. And if you want to talk more about card artwork, then why don't you check out this card art commentary that we did on the gimmick puppet archetype. I would love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, guys.